We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is, from Tamazula, it is the Black Label Extra Hot Mexican hot sauce. Mexican style hot sauce. So, I will address this right now. A lot of people I've seen suggest that this is identical to the Valentina Black Label Extra Hot. And it is very, very, very similar to that hot sauce. I don't think they are identical, per se. What's interesting is this has a restrictor cap built into the bottle. And the Valentina doesn't. It has an open mouth. It's a squat bottle. Valentina's a lot less money. They are a lot similar, though. The sort of reddish orange color here, that's the same. Consistency is the same. They smell very, very, very similar. So for me, though, what I find with this one is I find this one's a little bit smoother. The Valentina, and I've gone through, I want to say, 3 or 4 bottles of that. I did find to be somewhat hotter, but I also found it to be slightly more abrasive. So that could be a difference in batches, though. They are more similar than not. And I don't know why. So Tamazula also makes Valentina. It's the same company. Tamazula was in the market first. Valentina is by far the most popular. It is Mexico's #1 sauce down there. In America, you can find Valentina almost anywhere. This one I only found in a Mexican grocery store. So I had to look around. I didn't even know this existed, actually, until I went in there. So definitely the other one's a lot more ubiquitous. But I don't know if they are the same, why are both on the market at the same time? Also, why was one introduced? So this one came first, then Valentina. So why is that the case? Why was Tamazula first and then Valentina? So, I mean, a lot of questions I'd be really interested in knowing. I mean, it doesn't matter. They're both really good sauces. But if anyone from Tamazula felt like they wanted to get in touch, I will, if they want to talk about the story further or want to clear any of that up, I'd be really interested to know, just as a point of curiosity. And I will update the written review, the link to which, by the way, is available in the description below, if I get any information along those lines. There's certainly a lot of, I've seen some discussion on the interwebs and everything, but I don't know how much of that is true and how much isn't. There's not a lot on the website. By the way, the website itself is named after Valentina. So take that, I guess, for whatever it's worth. But anyway, very, very pleasant looking sauce. This one I think is slightly more orangey than the Valentina, but I don't have a bottle of Valentina here to compare them. And it isn't that interesting to me to go get one, so I can do that, I guess. But anyway, all right, let's get into this. Nice, deep, rich flavor. I like this sauce. This one I actually like better than the Valentina. It's definitely less abrasive. There might be less vinegar in this. The ingredient lists are the same, so it's really hard to tell. But and I think the other ones, I think Valentina is slightly hotter, but not a lot hotter. This is a really good sauce. It's a lot silkier to me than the Valentina. But again, so Valentina had these bottles that you can agitate it pretty well, and I've tried to do the best I can here, but these can sometimes be a little bit of a challenge. So Mexican table sauces, I like them a lot. And I've used them from everything to ramen noodles to, of course, Mexican style food. I mentioned it before in another video, but when I was in college, I used Cholula as a actual just salad dressing. I must have went through. There'd be a little bit of ranch on there too, but I must have went through gallons of that in college because I had that every day for lunch in the cafeteria for quite a while, and just the flexibility of that sauce is profound. And I mean, all that stuff was delicious. And this one too, it doesn't have a. It's a round enough taste, just like Cholula. So Cholula, I think, does it a little bit better, but it's a round enough taste that you can just put it on a wide variety of stuff. So one of the bigger things that I like Mexican style sauce on is breakfast foods, particularly eggs. And what we have here is these worthless Jimmy Dean biscuit roll-up things. This one happens to be sausage, egg, and cheese. I have had the ham, egg, and cheese before as well. Although that one keeps getting put on clearance, so maybe they're discontinuing that. I don't actually know. But I like this with the restrictor cap better, actually. I think this sauce works a lot better with this bottle than it does with the other one. But I mean, the Valentina, you go there, you can see these enormous bottles of it. They're like liter bottles. And, you know, more power to them. It's a great sauce. This one, though, is just, it's so much more subtle. It's more, I mean, silkier is the only way I can really put it. I actually quite like this a lot more than I like the Valentina Extra Hot. And so to me, they don't read to me the same. I mean, if they are the same, then they are. And then I guess I'll consider my past taste buds to be suspect. But to me, there are some subtle enough differences. But again, that could be just explained by variations in batches. So they use the same pepper, the Puya pepper for heat. Ingredient, everything is the same. So maybe that's what it is. This is more the premium, silkier version of that style of sauce, and the Valentina is more the mass-produced sort of commercial abrasive sort of tier entry. I don't know. That could be it as well. But anyway, let's get into this. I mean, to put it another way, I didn't like Valentina on chicken strips. This would be just fine. Pizza. I don't know where you wouldn't use this, actually. Maybe not in some Asian foods. It might have a little bit of a conflict there. And I probably wouldn't use it on stuff like barbecue necessarily. But I think this one is a lot more flexible than that Valentina just because it's a lot less abrasive. That was one of the things I didn't like about the Valentina. You have to get extra hot because otherwise why bother? A lot of times Valentina would be just overly abrasive. This is a good find. It's pretty crazy how long I've been doing this, how many different sauces, and I still find stuff just out of the blue that I didn't know existed. Pretty well, pretty wacky, pretty crazy. There's a nice warm richness to it. It's almost like a comforting sauce. So it worked well to spice up, say, a tomato soup. It's going to blend in really well. I dig it. This is yeah. I'm thrilled to pieces I found this sauce. I mean, heat's really low though. I do wish it had a bit more heat. But, you know, if that's a trade, I'll take a good sauce over a burning hot one any day. Every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Yeah, it was gorgeous. Just a really, really nice sauce. I'll give it a 1. I gave it a 1 for heat. I don't think it really goes beyond that. Depending on how my tolerance is, I might even find that rating a little bit generous. But just this is just a stunning, brilliant example of mass market commercial hot sauce, just like Cholula. That is just fantastic. If you see this Tamazula, strongly encourage you to pick it up because it is just wonderful. This is a fantastic sauce. I mean, there is a little bit of a mystery, I guess, if you're, you know, a lure, if you will, with if you're interested in that kind of stuff from a chili head perspective. Just a lot of stuff that isn't, I guess, obvious or straightforward, but and I would like to know that stuff, but as it is, I might be making regular trips to the Mexican grocery store. Once I run out, I've got some other Mexican sauces on deck, but once those are done, this might be the one. Just because it is so wonderful of a sauce. It just, I like this. I like this one a lot. There's a lot of the other Mexican style sauces that I'll have them and I'll say, I wish this sauce was this other thing. I wish it was modified in this way. Outside of wishing it was slightly hotter, I don't think there's a lot I would change with this one. Really, 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 really well done. And, I mean, I can see why this founded an empire, as the story might have gone from the website. I have no reason to doubt it. But, yeah, truly, truly wonderful sauce. And one of the happier finds I've had so far, 2023. But anyway, there it is. The Tamazula Black Label Extra Hot Sauce. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.